What should employers keep in mind while drafting a bulletproof contract?
Contracts form the very basis of any business relationship. It's like every country runs on a particular constitution, like UAE has its own constitution, India has its own. On the basis of the constitution, the entire country would run. Similarly, contract is the very basis how your business will run, how your relationship with a particular client be governed. Now, of course, there are certain things which remain same or uniform in all the contracts. However, depending upon what specifically you're looking for, maybe you want to widen your services, maybe you want to share your liabilities. In that case, you have to change the terms of the contract. Here, I also want to mention that after you, I got my second client also on board even before I got my trade license.
Amazing.
And this second client is also as famous as you, Mr.
Oh
Neat.
my God.
It is Mr. Car Expert with millions of followers. He also contacted me through Instagram.
Amazing.
And it was just a 30 minutes meeting, and he understood me, I understood him. And he hired me as a legal retainer for 1 year. Now, despite the differences, let's try to understand what any business must take care of while getting a contract drafted.
Absolutely.
Not while drafting a contract himself or herself. Because it's your first time, don't get into something you're not an expert at. Okay, just take paracetamol, and if there's a problem, go to the doctor.
Right.
First point I would like to highlight is the clarity. As simple as it may sound, it is most important. Most of the terms in the contracts, of course, because it's legal in nature, it has to be understood to the lay person. Try to keep it as crisp, clear as possible. I recommend is that either you have a separate definition section in this entire contract wherein you try to define all the terms separately. Or if you think that, that may occupy a lot of space, try to add an annexure so that you can actually highlight all the points to avoid future difficulties or any discrepancies whatsoever. Second point I would like to highlight here is the intellectual property rights. It is majorly the service industry. Everything is happening on social media. IPR violations, intellectual property rights violation is very common.
True.
Third would be partnership. Most of the businesses which are happening in Dubai are based on the partnership model. You'll hardly find people starting a sole entrepreneurship journey, unless it's you or myself,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens is after a point of time when the company is doing really good, especially in the real estate companies, it's pretty common here. One wants to exit and they want to do something better or on their own, or maybe they have got their new set of investors. How can that partner exit? What about those trade secrets? Okay. And what is the worth of your company at that point of time?
Right.
How do you actually liquidate those assets, and how do you distribute them? So your detailed partnership agreement is the crux. Last 1 month, I've got 4 to 5 clients who are all partners in one company or the other. These were so absurd in the terms that it's very difficult for them to exit. Unless there's a majority vote, the person cannot exit. And if at all the person does try to exit, what about the rights? What about the money? Who takes it all?
Right.
So all these things are very important.
You're saying that all these things need to be clarified
Absolutely.
at the time. So what are some things which partners can include in their contract, which as basics, which you've seen people miss out? Like probably 3 things which you can highlight.
So one, of course, is the exit clause. You also have to think about what if, you have to exit. Second is how they have to distribute the assets. And also how do they have to determine the entire assets? What there's some in terms of stocks, what if it's bank account, what if something which accrues in the near future? Maybe your commission has to come after 3 months, 4 months. Third, I would say that about the voting rights. In partnership, it's equal voting rights. But if you want to make some amendments to it, some reservations, you do have an option. But only at the time of entering into the contract, not after it's done.
Most partnerships you've seen in UAE are 50-50%?
Not really. See, if it's 50-50, then it's easy. The problem comes when it's 33, or you have got more than that.
Can the other partner just kick them out any time of the business, or how does it work?
It depends upon your articles of association, memorandum of association, and your partnership agreement, if at all you entered into anything. If you did not have any partnership agreement, then the normal law will apply. And any decision in the company is taken by majority.
Got it.
So, of course, who's got more will always prevail. So, that's the problem. So, whenever you're doing partnership with somebody, first of all, make sure that you know the person in and out. You cannot just partner with any random person just because you need a visa or just you're looking for stable income. Then you must have a detailed partnership agreement.